back in.
Mm-hmm.
She a real one. Alright. Okay, hopefully this now all looks good, and I'm gonna just check the stream once it starts again. And if YouTube decides to work, yes it does. Okay. Alright. Make sure I... Okay, all my mics are on. Alright. Here he goes again. Who is this guy? Trucy?
No, it's me,
Oh. Anyway.
Guardian.
Oh. Oh shit.
Is this the Borginian embassy?
Yes, it is, because nothing is working. Take two. Alright, there we go.
It looks sort of familiar.
It's almost like I have a portrait on my wall. So he's a friend of yours?
No, that's not it. Sorry, I don't remember.
Curiouser and curiouser. Hey, can I pick this up now? Nope, okay. I can literally...
Try later. Try later in the cave.
That makes no sense!
That's me trying in a nutshell.
That's right there!
Ah, let me roar.
What has happened? I heard that Mr. Latouche has died. Lamiro, you speak? I mean, you speak English? Yes. I was invited here from the Republic of Virginia, but I am not Virginian by birth.
But wasn't Mr. Latouche your interpreter?
That, yes. Well, it was Mr. Latouche's idea. He thought it would add the mystery, you see. Then your pianist is also... No, he's actually blind, you fucking idiot. No, Maki Tobai is Borginian. He does not speak English. Now, please tell me. What has happened to Mr. Latouche? Why did he...
Actually, Mr. Latouche was...
Jersey!
Huh?
Remember what Prosecutor Gavin said, not a word.
But Mr. Latouche is Lemuroir's manager. It's not fair to her. I mean, isn't she a related party?
Precisely who Prosecutor Gavin doesn't want to alert, I'd suspect. All we have been told is to wait here in this room. It is very unsettling. I'm sorry, we're trying to figure it out ourselves. Do you think I could ask you some questions? Of course, I am always willing to help. She's calm as she looked on stage. I can't put my finger on why, but I like this Lemuroir. I wish she could speak it. Oh, on. What did it? What's...
Kamehame, body's ready.
What is it, Maki? On.
Kamehameha!
Fish,
My
deer,
body's still ready.
yarmulke, fucking candles.
Scissors.
Alien. 3.
Aquarius.
Hadoken. Me. Key. Scissors. Leaf.
What? But you'd be alone. On. Reggie ice, dirty ice. What seems to be the problem? Maki, he is not good around strangers. He wishes to go out for a breath of fresh air. Would that be alright? Sure, of course. Okay. Very well. What is it you wish to ask me about? Ooh. Yo, even if I'm gonna hear this song over and over again, it is a vibe. The Republic of Virginia. That's in Northern Europe, right? It's totally not just Georgia. And... yeah.
I've never heard of it.
I started out singing in a restaurant. Then a producer called me. Before I knew it, here I am. She sounds a lot like my O'Reilly voice I did in the first case.
You don't say.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Except now she's just super quiet.
My daddy plays piano in a restaurant.
Producers tend to look for talent, Trucy. Lamira, you're not from Virginia originally? Were you born here? Well, in Japan, Tokyo? Japan. America?
California.
Oh, is that supposed to be a secret?
Imagine, image is everything when you're a star. You know a bit about that, of course.
Ah, yes, it is something like this. A contract, you might say. An NDA. I'm also not to speak anything but Virginian in public. Image is important, I guess.
She's not all image, though. Her songs are lovely. A real landscape painter in sound.
Painter and what?
She travels the world, turning the sights she sees into music. That's the secret to your music's beauty, right?
You're very perceptive.
Oh, I use your songs all the time in my stage act. I don't have to pay for royalties for that, do I?
We all sound so tired right now. Guys, I'm so sorry. Thank you guys for being so patient, but like, oh my god. Stop while you're ahead, Trucy. This landscape painter in sound, too, is an image. Yet without it, my songs would not be so widely heard.
Even
And it begins!
Siren!
Right?
Siren! Oh, oh! Alarm goes off. Ah! Yes, in Borginian, Lamiror means the siren. I fear that perhaps already I'm not the siren I once was. Siren? Siren? Siren.
Your pianist, Machi, was it? He's cute, like a porcelain doll.
He's very European. He's British.
Is he gay or... Is he gay or Borgian?
Borginian. I met him while singing in restaurants in Virginia. He's an orphan, yet his playing is exquisite. Soon he came to live with me.
It's like a fairy tale almost.
I noticed he hardly leaves your side. Yes, well, he is blind. Dipshit. I mean, at first I hesitated at dragging him across the world. He doesn't speak English either, does he? He had never left Virginia before we met. I made his present part of my contract. Maki and I together are Lamerron. Together, always. Damn, that was quick. Alright. Mr. Latouche was my new manager. New? Yes, from 3 months ago. Around when I received Mr. Gavin's invitation to come. I met Mr. Latouche at my office. He was to be my manager and bodyguard, and as it turned out, my interpreter. Interpreter even though you speak English? Yes, but we were to visit more places than just here. We had a concert in Japan, scheduled them after this one. Is this Japan or is this is America?
This is Japerica.
Don't got you slipping up, don't got you whipping up, though I fear that may happen to be cancelled now.
Honestly, I think a weeaboo became the president of the United States at the time of the game.
Was
In
Mr.
universe.
Latouche from the Republic of Virginia too?
Well, he was only with me for 3 months. I'm afraid there is much I do not know about him, and now I shall never know. No one will ever tell me why he has died. I'm sorry. Prosecutor Gavin said we weren't to talk to anyone. Fuck! Mr. Latouche was a talented man, the siren of the ballad. Ah! Ah! He said it! He said it! That phrase was his idea, you know. I am happy for him that it has become so well known. The siren! That's how he meant!
Apollo, why are you going feral over the word
Ah!
siren?
You are the siren, right? Lemrod? That is the meaning of my name in Borginian. Yes. Are you having a stroke, dear? It was the name of my producer gave me. But why do you ask? It's very important. I had to know for sure if the siren was you. What do you mean important? I'll tell you. Fuck! I mean, you deserve to know. I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Siren. It turns out that's a very important word in this case.
How?
Huh. When we found Mr. Latouche, he was still alive! What? I heard him say something. His last words. Alright, drink everyone! Woo! Mr. Latouche, can you hear me?
Witness
Again, there, Mr. Latus. Tell me, who was the witness?
No, witness is C. Red.
Siren? Oh, damn it. Wrong name.
You said really?
Siren? I was the only one there to know it. I'm sorry. Alright, sorry, Apollo, you're speaking too much. I was the only one there to hear it, but I'm sure that's what he said, and not semen. Mr. Latou said that? Ask the witness. And you're the siren, Lamirar. Right? Right? Did you see what happened? Did you see what happened? Lamirar? Might I ask, are you with the police? No, I'm a defense attorney. An attorney? Yeah, there have been no arrests, yes. Is that a problem? Does an attorney not work for a client? If you have no client, you should leave the investigation to the police, I think. Sus!
But Memoir, that's kind of sus, don't you think?
I'm sorry, but I cannot answer your questions. I'm afraid you lack the authority to ask them. Damn! Why? If she witnessed the crime, why won't she tell us? Maybe she did it! I believe we are through here. I believe so. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. That reminds me. Does this brooch look familiar to you? It was in the crime scene! My brooch! Not brooch? Is it brooch spelled with an A?
It's brooch.
Brooch! Yes, well, it may be mine. Yours, Lamirar. I was wearing a brooch earlier, you see. I'm gonna just say with an I must have lost it.
Well, that explains the brooch we found.
Yeah.
It was Lammy's.
Lammy, thank you. This could be evidence, so I'm going to wear it now. I was wondering where I dropped it. So this brooch. That begs the question.
Nothing wrong, Apollo?
What was this brooch doing at the crime scene? I can't ask her? Okay. Boo! Hey, you want to look at this gun? Would you mind taking a look at this, Lemmy? I am sorry, I'm not sure what to say. I wish I could help you. Don't worry about it. Certainly one of the most pleasant refusals I've had. Honestly, true.
Yeah.
Again, the vibes in this are immaculate. I mean, I technically have authority to investigate because of the investigation report, right? Anyway, I'm gonna go outside now. Goodbye. Never mind. Hey, I'm gonna go outside again. I just walked through multiple doors. Apollo, what are you doing? Just walking through doors. Don't mind me. I know I'm missing something, aren't I?
Maybe it's finally time.
Examine. I want that blue badger. I will get it as a plushie one day.
I was gonna say maybe it's finally time to pick up the fucking headset.
No.
No! Always disappointment to hear. No! I do like these cards though. These cards look pretty fire.
Look, it's a postcard of Lenny.
What are these letters at the bottom? I've never seen these before.
Sightseeing
Your
music.
native tongue, Borginia.
It looks like a really shitty font. Painting? I can see
It's
paint.
backward text.
Oh, it's backwards?
Yeah. You can actually see the word painting.
Yeah, I
right
see
under the word
painting.
sight.
I see painting. Sales.
Sales.
Hold on, I'm trying to read what the first word is then. Is that an F?
I don't know.
Sorrows the world. Okay, that's
Towards
interesting.
the world.
Oh! Don't worry, a landscape painter in sound. That is how it would translate roughly. I don't believe you. Please take one. That's a nice image. Well, why is this an evidence now? Time to look. Oh, okay.
It's basically to give something necessary.
Well, this will come back later in investigation. Why is there a plastic bowl of stew sitting here? Last time I checked this, Tracy wasn't here and I got really uncomfortable.
Maybe they use it for interrogating bad guys. Fess up to what you did and we'll let you eat that stew.
That's just mean.
It gets worse. See, it's bad guy confesses, they say, okay, eat it, if you can. See, it's made out of plastic. It's like, you don't know which ones are the real bad guys.
I think you need to take a deep breath, Tracy. You need therapy.
Tracy,
You need Jesus.
glass.
That's what. Ooh, little glasses. There are some pretty heavy-duty gloves. Oh, those were not what I was pointing at, but okay. Maybe I have to carry around a hot pots or something? Man, I don't know.
They are a little thick.
Thick.
You couldn't even stuff a pigeon in those.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Only one of these is filled with coffee? Gasp!
Whoever
It is
said
coffee.
coffee.
Can I not talk to her about the... Okay.
I'm presenting more evidence. See what she says.
Or just throw stuff at her. Yeah! Hey, you wanna listen to my hot mixtape? Okay.
Yo, what if you present her with your attorney's badge?
Yo, did you know I'm an attorney? Damn. Hey, did you know I'm an attorney? I would think she would want to talk about the lyrics. I've thrown every single piece of evidence at her. I guess I'll keep exploring. Oops. Now that I have Trucy on my side.
That guitar. It's the legendary AA400. The Red Badger.
That rock was supposed to be rebellious, not civic.
Fuck.
Why do you want to be Apollo? I'm Apollo. I'm a main character.
Yeah, I just see words and I read them. Every aspiring guitarist wants one of these. They even paint their own guitars to look like it.
Ah, the fickleness of youth. It's like trying to make an axe guitar and then getting copyright strike.
Hey, your hair badger red too.
I like my hair the way it is. Thank you very much. I will do it one day. I'll get hair gel in my hair.
Stubbornness of age.
I'll get my hair up in horns and stuff and cosplay Apollo. He's one of the characters I would love to cosplay as. Yes, patrol police.
Oh, a cruiser guitar. They sold those to commemorate 5 years of the band.
Rocking it hard under the speed limit.
There's a cruiser bass and a cruiser drum set and a cruiser keyboard. Even a cruiser whistle.
I'm not so sure about that last one. It's.
It's for blowing the whistle on criminals.
I don't think that requires an actual whistle, Trucy. You could, unless you suck at whistling like I do, because I suck at whistling.
I thought you were gonna take that
Die,
completely
die,
different direction.
die.
I thought it was gonna be.
Say- Fucking Gavin comes in. I got a whistle you can blow, Apollo.
Hey, let me blow my whistle, babe. Police uniform hangs on the stand here.
Crazy.
I want to trade on. Nothing to see here. Move along.
It's okay. You don't have to go that far to be special. I mean, you're not exactly the type who's just another face in the crowd.
You think?
Oh, sleepy.
I'm eepy. Really? You think so? Yes, you're right.
Now I feel like a meanie for making that insinuation. Insinuation. Guys, I can read.
Capable of reading.
I can read, I swear. I am a writer, I swear. I can look at this again? Okay, that speaker looks familiar. Yeah, it's the one from the PA system back in school. My god, Apollo.
Oh, we have one of those in my classroom, too.
That's right, she's still in junior high. Isn't she
Junior high?
15? Shouldn't you be in high school?
Yeah. No, because,
Yeah,
they only have
actually,
2
yeah.
years of high school in Japan.
Yeah, she would be in
so-
high school.
No,
She would be a
15
freshman.
would still be junior high. 16 is when high school
Nope.
starts.
I started high school at 14.
Yeah, 14, 15. That depends on the year as well for freshmen.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but...
But I think that's also an American
that's
thing.
Yeah, that's for American.
But also keep in mind, she could have started a year early.
She held back.
or
She
a
got
year
held back.
late.
I feel old. Me too, Apollo. Anyway, can I please go outside and grab this earpiece, please? Oh my god, finally! Oh my god, it's midnight. Whoa, whoa, who's there now? Ah, it's you. Where were you? Emma! Is something wrong? She looks grumpier than usual. Yeah. You bet something's fucking wrong. The impossible's happened. It's all your fault, you know. Maybe this is about a sleeping crime scene. Yeah, maybe.
What do you mean by impossible?
Oh, it's gone! Utterly gone!
What's gone?
The body, stupid! What else? Huh? Eh?
Eh?
Mr. Latus's body has disappeared.
What?
What? Ah, Prosecutor Gavin! I mean,
From your vacant stare, I gather you couldn't read.
I heard Mr. Latus's body has gone missing.
Look for yourself.
Oh my god.
Quite the pickle. Quite the pickle.
How can you just stand there? We have to investigate.
There's no need for alarm for detective.
Anime noise.
All entrances and exits have been sealed. The body will not leave the building. So I suggest we go find ourselves a cadaver.
Oh my god, he's still alive!
There will be plenty of time to ponder the whys later.
You seem pretty sure of yourself, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, we'll find him. I'm rather enjoying this.
How
How about
could
you?
Mr. Latus's body just disappear?
Well, you heard the man. Let's get searching.
Hey, I don't know if this is exactly the right time, but
No, it isn't. Go away.
Marion?
the Gator's gone missing too. It was in the dressing room.
Geeter? Who's Geeter?
That's what I call my guitar. You like it, man?
No, I don't.
Your guitar was stolen?
This hasn't been a good day for guitars or geeters.
Okay. Body first, then guitar. And if someone finds that guitar, please bring it to our dressing room.
Gator's like a missing person, not a lost and found, man.
It's a guitar. Anyway, time to look at the crime scene again. Blood. There should be a body here, but there's not. Apollo, please. How could this have happened and why? Is there... There is no blood on the floor, which I find the most interesting. Do, do, do. This music is a bop. Can I look at the vents again? Oh, shit.
Nope.
What's wrong? Okay. I had the sneaking suspicion that Latus is still alive, honestly. Come on, pick it up! This is me holding the...
Nope.
I'm looking, I got stubby little arms. No! Help! Please! Where did Lemmy go?
Try this stage.
Yeah, let's play some plain and going. Oh, wait, hold up. That's
here
new.
we go.
Wait, is that new?
That scene.
Yes.
Does something seem different to you, Apollo?
Something is definitely different here. I just pointed it
Oh
out.
yeah, there's an entire fucking tower.
Let's check it
Let's check it out. That stage there must have been lowered before.
That's the tower that Lemonroar and Prosecutor Gavin were singing on.
Oh, we must have raised it. I don't see a way to control it from here. Apollo, what put that ladder there against the wall? You could use that to take a look up top. And yes, it is a step ladder, but
Maybe we should get him,
Part.
No, it's a
Apron.
No, it's a sliding ladder where you make it longer.
Yeah.
That's not a
Yeah.
step ladder.
That's a normal ladder.
Yeah, fuck.
Step
did I say
ladder
it
is
was?
an
I meant to
A-frame.
say-
That's a ladder that can extend.
Yeah.
That's a normal ladder. Ladders extend. Normal ladders extend. Step ladders are A-frames.
Yeah. We have to see this sort of thing for ourselves.
I'm not so good with heights. Yo, me too, Apollo. The moment I look down and I see that I can't reach the floor, I'm dead. I am a big fat baby when it comes to heights.
I'm acrophobic as well.
Start climbing.
Hey, Apollo, I got something you can climb.
Hey! I mean,
And
he
it's
is German,
what?
so that means he is really fucking tall. I
That's
think.
true.
Didn't look that high from below, really, but when we got to the top, I felt every one of those 15 feet down. Oh my god. Of course, I wasn't
That's
thinking.
not even death height.
Of course, like, you could break a leg,
Nope, it
probably.
hurt.
I wasn't thinking about
Or
the height
back.
anymore. Not after what we found up there. We found two things we were looking for, and one thing we never expected to find. Ah!
And the Yamcha pose.
Yamcha dead pose. Body, the guitar in hand, and the pianist Machi Tobey. Yo, I want that outfit though. That kind of hella cute. That outfit kind of cute. Oh, meanwhile, anyway, the next day,
The wah.
with a wow. Wow,
Wow.
No, it's
last
me.
night sure went south in a hurry.
that was me.
Oh, fuck.
Her mouth is not moving.
I'm sorry.
Ah,
I'm sorry. Trucy was on screen.
But her lipsies weren't moving. Wow,
was
that
letting
concert
her
last
off
night
the beat.
sure went south in a hurry.
No kidding. Why did they arrest Machi? Why?
Don't look at me like it's my fault. Machi Tobey, the blind pianist. I know there is some bullshit that's gonna happen with this kid.
There's so many wrong things about the statement about a blind little kid
Killing,
carrying a revolver.
and also this big old man.
Yeah.
He's
Seriously.
he's only a year younger than. I thought he would be like maybe 12 or like 13.
I mean, Tracy was simping over him.
Sure. Arrested on suspicion of murdering Romaine Latouche. What the fuck?
Can't believe such a cute little boy could do something so horrible.
I guess they had proof of some kind. Oh, hello there! Oh, hello there!
Morning, Apollo.
hi.
Myself in.
Hi, Gavin!
What a night, eh? I apologize for being so upset.
Mr. Gavin, do you know what's going on? Why did they arrest Maki? Why?
Don't look at me! Look at him like it's his fault either! Ugh.
It was tough for me, too. We performed together that night after all,
Yet,
the powers that be say that given the circumstances, it could have only been him.
What do you mean by the circumstances?
Imagine a 14-year-old has super strength.
Labrador could do it!
And got
Lamaror
dislocated
was
shoulder.
Lamaror was invited from Virginia as an ambassador of goodwill. It's vital that this case be wrapped up swiftly.
Which means we only got
That's all
one
the
day to
powers that
solve
be.
it. What?
It's all the powers that be want, really.
Well, those are circumstances, alright. But what makes Maki the only possible suspect? Can't we just blame Lammy? I mean, what?
Hair, forehead. You seem to have forgotten that you're talking to the prosecution, the enemy.
You helped me in cases. You helped me once. Alright. I think I like this side of Prosecutor Kevin better, actually! Woo! Want to say that
heard
again, Clivey? Anyway,
I heard that.
I mean,
I'm
he's
not at
probably
liberty to
whispering when he
discuss any
says that.
particulars of the case.
Either people can read his mind, or Phoenix and Apollo are whispering in those like blue text scene.
Especially not to the defense attorney.
What did you just? I mean, what did you just say? I mean, me, the defense attorney?
That's what I came to tell you. He's down at the detention center. He wants to request your services.
You mean Maki? Maki wants me?
Maki's not the only person who wants you.
Okay, shut the fuck up, Clavy. We gotta tone down these jokes, man.
see, this is what we've been waiting for, Apollo. Let's get going.
Okay.
Good luck. I'm off to question Lamaror.
Right. Okay, bye. I hope I'm up to this.
Oh yeah, I got the Reggie cries on standby.
All right, I want to go to bed.
A little bit more. A little bit.
It's
So,
all right. I'll go to 11:30.
okay. I'll probably keep. Okay. Read after the detention center.
Well, I just don't get it. I refuse to believe a cute little kid like that could do something so terrible.
You said that already. Yo, this kid's cool as fuck, though.
Look, everything's going to be okay. We're here for you.
Hi, maybe you can tell me about last night?
Here we are. Hey, do it hard.
Let me play it back.
That was when I realized how tough it must be. A little kid like this. In a country so far from everything he's ever known.
He's suffering from stomach cramps.
But didn't Prosecutor Gavin say she was with him? Yeah, we already... Apollo, you did not need a flashback. Okay. He's got a very, short-sighted memory.
What are we going to do?
That's a good question. I can't think of anything we could do but go with this. And hope for the best. Trial tomorrow! To be continued.
There you go. To be continued.
I mean, Zeds, if you want to leave now to go to bed, that's fine. I'm going to keep going.
I'll stick around.
Yeah, I'm going to probably go like halfway through this crime scene, but for right now, I'm going to take a quick break. Hopefully the stream doesn't die while I try and use the bathroom. So let me just play some music real quick, and also, again, I would like to say that it took like all of my power in my body not to just play Persona 3 today.
I don't blame you.
I love it so much now. I love this game. I am very disappointed, sadly, to not hear Junpei say, "Who's the man? Who's the man?
But
You the man!"
How do you feel about the Persona rumor about a 4 remake and a 2 remaster?
I don't understand why they need to make a Persona 4 remake, because Persona 4 already has a remake. It's Persona 4 Golden.
Well, technically, the only real difference between 4 Vanilla and 4 Golden is the additions
Of the ending.
the costumes, a few more cutscenes,
And the ending.
the stuff with Marie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Murray's no one's favorite character. I've never heard anyone say Murray was their favorite character.
I think I've only heard like 1 or 2 people, like Hot Topic Lady.
She's just a person.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love them to remake 1 and 2, because Innocent Sin is underrated, and I want to hear my boy Michael Akishi again. I love him so much, my stupid man. Do you want
Which
my
2?
autograph? Oh.
Which version of 2?
Oh, right. Yeah, there are 2 sequels to Persona 2. Kishi, I think, is in Innocent Sin, because he's with the female protagonist.
Mhm.
No, he's with the male. He's with both of them. I just love his vibes. Sadly, he probably will not be played by Troy Baker, which is so sad, but whatever. It's so delicious, so good. I can feel my organs shutting down. I do. Fucking dies.
Would be interesting to see people have confusion that there's another Joker and that there's a Hitler with a bitching pair of shades.
Yeah, I know, right? I know about the Joker,
Mhm.
which, isn't the Joker the actual, like, creator of the Velvet Room? And Igor, Elizabeth, Theodore, and the other residents are just people who live there, exist?
Philemon is the creator of the Velvet Room.
Philemon, that's his name, not Joker. Joker is the guy who, like, almost killed someone.
A villain.
He's the villain. Oh my god, what is with YouTube loading like a bitch right now? Play lo-fi hip-hop beats to treat patients to while I go use the bathroom. I will be right back.
Welcome back.
I've been taking some big gulps. I ran out of water so fast.
If you're voicing Trucy, it would make sense considering how thirsty she was for.
I'm
Maki.
not voicing Trucy. I'm voicing Apollo.
I said if you were, it would have made sense.
All right, court is now in session for. How do I say that? Machi Tobai, Your Honor, the pixie of the arpeggio. All right, his trial. Court is in session. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is A-OK, our judge. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin. My opening statement, yeah? No, actually, there was something else I wanted to ask you about. Yes? Say you're going to visit someone in the hospital with an incurable disease. What do you say to them? Eh? I mean, you wouldn't say get well soon, right? We'd only be kicking them when they're down. What are you talking about, Your Honor? Actually, I'm going to visit someone who is terminally ill right after this trial. The Chief Justice's son. Chief Justice? His son is afflicted with the most terrible disease. Cancer. It doesn't have long, it seems. So I thought I'd go pay him a visit. I thought saying something moving might be in order of the day. You're back to voicing Trucy.
Why don't grown-ups ever just say what's on their mind instead of pretending?
She's looking at me with something like disgust. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for? Anyway, in any case, I'm a bit busy today, so let's wrap this up quickly. Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement briefly. You're in luck, our judge. I believe you'll be going on your hospital visit sooner than you think. First, to review the victim in this case. Romain Letus, age 35. The global manager for Diva Songstress Lamirar. The cause of death, blood loss due to being shot by a large caliber revolver. This report has all the details. Alright, the court accepts this into evidence, you know the drill. Immediately, 45 caliber, that's quite large, isn't it? Only someone like him could hold it. That's my suspicion, that it's his gun, and he Dude, William, time elapsed between shooting and the death currently under review. 9 to 9:30. That is...
A gun that could... You first.
No, you can say it's fine.
Yeah, a gun that could take out a shoulder being fired by a 14-year-old. Probably should have been going to the hospital to check if they're all right, don't you think?
Again, dislocated shoulder, and that doesn't come back today?
Nope.
Alright, fuck this shit. A direct hit from that could knock a man off his feet. However, the bullet struck him in his shoulder. The damage to the body was slight. Death was not imminent. Sadly, his blood loss was such that he could not be saved. I still have my theory that he was still alive even after he talked to Apollo. He just took a really long nap. I suppose the victim's conditions could have been much worse considering. Yeah, he could have been shot through the heart and you're to blame. 2 shots were fired. One shot missed, the other passed through the victim's shoulder. Both bullets were found in the wall at the scene. Observe the diagram. This is where the bullets were hit. I see, the court accepts this into evidence. If we're talking about a 45 caliber revolver, we must assume that the killer was adept at the weapon's use.
Really?
Yeah, apparently weapons that size have a powerful kickback. Didn't we just talk about this yesterday? If, say, the judge tried to fire one, it'd break every bone in his body. The defense will take more care in choosing examples. As I was saying, the victim was shot backstage in a dressing room. Right? Yeah. This dressing room has only one entrance, this door. That does seem to be the case, yes. However, there were witnesses who heard the gunshots.
It's not about you and Emma, huh?
Yet, when the witnesses entered the room, it was empty, save for the victim's body, of course. But that's impossible. Ow, your hand, honey. Exactly, this murder was impossible. For all but one person. One person? That is, of course, the defendant, Maki Tobai. Only this defendant could have committed the crime. Why are we not suspecting Lemerard first? But ow. It's quite
Or
simple.
any number of people.
The circumstances of the crime scene make it clear. Very well, I assume you have testimony to back this claim up. Please show the witnesses to the stand. Did they? They just got done finishing the song. When he died, right? Okay. Your name and profession, please? I'm Skies. I'm a detective for the police department. I was on security detail at the concert forum that night. Emma seems tired, somehow. Security at the concert, you say? Some security I was. Couldn't even stop a murder. Now, don't blame yourselves. Things like this happen. Everyone dies every day. I've made even bigger mistakes in my career, you know. That's saying a lot, Judge. I'm sure that makes her feel much better.
I want to hear about these bigger mistakes.
In any
Yeah.
case, because you were on security detail, the crime was quickly discovered. And we were able to identify the killer. Objection, Your Honor. No, we don't. You may give the court your testimony, if you would. Describe the circumstances of that day and your discovery of the crime, please. Alright. Alright, picking it up. I think I'm gonna go until, like, almost midnight. Just so.
Okay.
Maybe. Maybe, like, halfway through this, depending on how fast this goes. Night of the murder, I was on security backstage at Prosecutor Gavin's request. Only people involved with the concert in some way were allowed backstage. At the beginning of the third set, I heard shots. Yeah, it was like, yeah. I went into the room filled with blaring rock music and found the body. I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it. I call horseshit. Did we find fingerprints on the gun? It was lucky that
There
the
isn't.
detective wiped. It was lucky that the
Nope,
detective
no
was the
fingerprints.
first on the scene.
But that door was the only way out of the room, right?
Nope. Yeah, pretty much. Fuck.
How can they send that dreamy Machi? Did it?
Looks like we need a bit more information, and I forgot I needed to hold up see the stream from my phone real quick. Boop. All right, there we go. Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examinations, and I am going to press every single statement like there's no tomorrow. Hold it! I missed this. The night of the murder was the night of the concert, yes? Adore! That's right. What was a detective doing on the security detail, might I ask? If it was only a concert. My thoughts exactly. But orders are orders, even when they come from rock gods. Prosecutor Gavin? Yes, allow me to explain. I smelled something that day, you might say. The stench of a conspiracy. That day at the concert, though. A conspiracy? Ow, your hand, honey. Well, isn't it obvious? My keys. That old morning. No, the whole day was ruined. And it's all because of someone stole my keys. I couldn't ride my hog. Squeeze my hog to the show. I couldn't open my guitar case.
There he goes again. Wanting to squeeze your hog.
I like to think that this courtroom is no audience. All of it's empty. Isn't it possible he simply misplaced them? Misplaced them? Misplaced items don't just wander into murder victims' hands on their own. Well, what's this, Prosecutor Gavin? If your keys were in the victim's hands, that makes you a prime suspect. Oh, never mind, there is people here. Love, so acting anew. Atrokini is waiting for you.
He's singing something again.
Does everything with this guy have to be so over the top? This is Ace Attorney. The killing happened in the middle of my concert. I was, like a sailor, adrift on a sea of sound. Yeah, he's completely covered. He was out on stage. Anyway, I didn't want anything else stolen, so I put the detective with the most time in their hands on the task. I see, I can accept that. Well, I can't! What do you mean time on their hands? Alright, please, the testimony. Shut up. Only people involved with the concert in some way. And 2 buddies. We were let in, though. I didn't know about that. I certainly didn't invite you. I gave the Fraulein special permission to be there. I wanted to see her again.
boy! Did you hear that? We're officially involved now!
Gee, great. Some other hangers-on tried to get backstage, but I drove them off. So no other outsiders were there then. And then, at the beginning of the third set, I heard shots. Yeah, I believe that. Shots! Rock lobster! Blaring, yes. What? This rock and roll music that's so popular these days. That's right, when we went into the dressing room. Music was blaring over the speakers on the wall. They pipe sound from the stage into the backstage through speakers. That way people in the back can hear when they're supposed to be on stage. Did it have to be so loud? You don't listen to the Gavineers with your ears. You feel it with your entire body and soul. I always have the backstage monitors at full volume. When we walked into the room, the band was playing Guilty Love, I believe, making it easy to determine the time of the crime. If you could hear that music playing, then everyone on stage for that song has an alibi, including myself. Anyway, I closed off the scene and started my investigation. I call horseshit. How could you know something like that? As I said, it was clear from the circumstances. Listen, we know there was only one exit from the room, that door. The small window only opened a tiny crack, and I was standing in front of that door. So how could the killer have fled the scene? There's only one possibility, the air vent. Oh my god, it vented! But that air vent was too small! Who could possibly? Exactly. There's certainly no way you could get through, nor me. The only one who could fit through was a child. A child? A child. Residual? Remember, access to those rooms was limited. Only those involved at the concert were allowed. And of all the people involved at the concert, only one is small enough to be considered a child. The defendant. Sorry, this case is already getting boring. The pixie of the arpeggio, floated up toward the sky and disappeared from the scene of the crime. But that's just conjecture. Oh, there was no other way out of that room. You were there. You should know it, forehead. And there is another vital piece of evidence. Evidence? What? What? Marks were found on the air vent grill. Traces that it had recently been opened. Wait, what? And something else was found quite clearly. The defendant, Maki Device, fingerprints. What? What? Alright, order, shut the fuck up. That air vent was the only way out of the room. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the grill. Well, Forehead, what fairy tale does this suggest to you? What?
That he's witness.
Only one could pass through that vent, that doorway to heaven. And that one is our big C.
What are you looking at me, Apollo? I'm not gonna sip. Hey, I was whooping it up in the audience.
So this was his decisive evidence? Alright, quite decisive indeed. Alright, I've raised my verdict. I believe that's enough of that. The prosecution has a rather convincing case. The only way in and out of the crime scene was watched, making the defendant the only one who could possibly leave the scene. Simple and decisive. I believe we've heard enough to determine our verdict, even if I wasn't in a hurry to make a hospital visit. I'm sure the Chief Justice will appreciate the gesture. Chief Justice son. Okay, I can't think of anyone. Unfortunately, we have no direct witnesses. Fortunately, the criminal left decisive evidence for us. That will have to be enough. It can't be over already. Very well, I believe this trial is finished. If the defense has no contradicting evidence, prosecution has presented our proof clear and plain. If you have contradicting evidence, it better be clear and plain.
Apollo, they got us on the ropes already. We better come up with something quick.
I know. Think, what could get us out of this? We need evidence or a witness that can prove Maki is innocent beyond a doubt. Without that, Mr. Justice, do you have contradicting proof that can overturn the prosecution's case? If you do, you'd better tell us about it now. This is ending so soon. If I mess this one up, it's all over. The court wants to has this contradicting proof? Hold up real quick, girl. Oop, wrong thing. Real quick. Just in case. I think calling a witness. Okay. Prosecutor Gavin, you claim that there were no witnesses to this crime. Are you absolutely sure? Absolutely. I'd swear it on my career as a prosecutor. And on my million-seller hit song, Achokini, my love.
There he goes again.
That's too bad, because there was a witness. Oh, really now? But how did you come to process the knowledge the prosecution clearly does not? Because I'm the only one in the world who knows this! What's going on? I just talked to him and now... Alright, drink everyone! Mr. Latus, can you hear me?
Cold. So cold. Witness.
Witness me! You're cold. Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way.
See.
Hang in there, Mr. Latus. Tell me, who was the witness? Shaking the body. Who was it?
Witness is C. Red.
What? The victim said this before he died? Perhaps he did, and perhaps he did not. What did you mean by that? All we know is what their forehead says he said. It's no testimony, especially since it comes from the defense attorney himself. Objection! Shut up! But it's the truth! He said it! I even told you about it! But apparently you ignored me completely! It's my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant. Clearly this rookie lawyer thinks he could tell me how to do my job. That's enough, that's enough. You two can kiss on the way out. Mr. Justice, we need clear contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours, unknown to the prosecution. I hope you're right. Failure carries a stiff penalty. Perhaps a stiffer penalty than usual is called for. There's no backing out now. Here's the name of your witness, Mr. Justice. Lemuel. Recall Mr. Latus's last words. Saying it again. Drink.
The witness is C. Red.
Seaman? The seaman? Oh, you mean the siren. That's right, the siren of the ballad, Lamirar. Lamirar was only on stage for the second set. And she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness. I see. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, my claim still stands. There was no witness to this crime. Alright, very well. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth then, shall we? We will now take a break from Detective Emma Sky's cross-examination. Please show Lamirar to the witness stand. Lamirar would say nothing the night of the murder. Not today, though. Today we'll drag the story out of her no matter what it is. It is my distinct honor to welcome the siren of the ballad to our courtroom. You are too kind. Oh, you can speak English? Yes, I can. Though I am not very good. There is much I do not know. You speak so well. Have you spent time here before? Actually, I do not know how I came by my knowledge of your language, nor where I studied it. What does she mean she doesn't know? I too thought to call her as a witness, but I did not. I had a reason, of course. What's that? Lamirar suffers from
Amnesia.
Amnesia? Lamirar is not my true name, yet I remember nothing of the time before I was given it. Nothing of the time before I started singing on stage.
Wow! She's even more mysterious than I thought!
She has a mental illness! Do you want to voice, Clabby while I voice Lemmy?
Sure. Latin singer, has lived a good life. There's little difficulties for her, thanks for her success. Yet, I do not wish to subject her to unnecessary stress.
I see. I care surprisingly little about people's pasts. You have nothing to fear in this court, Lamirar. Thank you. Yet there is something I do not understand. I am being called as a witness. What might I say? What might I say? No one will tell me anything of what happened.
Amiwa, let me be frank. I did not want you to ask you up here to testify. Yet this young gentleman with that white, sexy forehead over there was adamant that you stand.
You can play tic-tac-toe on that thing. Oh my.
Congratulations, Apollo! You're the bad guy!
Oh my god. I am surrounded by idiots. Well, now that you're here, please give us your testimony. If nothing else, the sound of your voice is welcomed. Tell us what you saw the night of the crime. The amnesia thing, I forgot about that. Oh my god.
It's a dark descent.
Whew! As for what I saw nothing. That night, I was invited to sing on stage, and this I did. I did not return backstage after the second set. Then I was led by the police to Mr. Gavin's dressing room and told to wait there. That was where I learned that something had happened, but I wasn't told the details. I said bullshit. I must say, you sound wonderful just testifying. Hope he was too distracted to hear what she was actually saying.
There you have it. She saw nothing that night. Now we can only pray that the defense has the sense to admit defeat and refrain from detaining
excuse me.
any longer than need be. But, wow! You just got better, Apollo! Way to go!
Oh god. Very well, Mr. Justice. Keep it short and sweet. Mammy wouldn't talk to me the night of the crime. She must know something and I've gotta find out what. My bracelet's not okay. Night I was invited. I did not return backstage. You did not return backstage once. Where were you then? What were you doing? I was cleaning up on stage. There are many things I must do for a performance other than simply sing. And was Maki with you at the time? Unfortunately, I do not know where he was. So much for an alibi for Maki. Damn, that was quick. Alright. With Maki, correct? How was he then? He seemed as he always does. Though I believe he was shocked by the news of Mr. Latus's death. Yet he is not the type to show much emotions.
Yes, he's given the police no end of evidence. He answers most questions with silence. And those glinting frames speak nothing. Actually hasn't gotten very far.
Maybe because he can't fucking speak English? He sat there waiting. That was where I learned that something bad had happened. How was the incident explained to you? I was told nothing in detail, only that Mr. Latus died. Of course, investigations required some security, but Mr. Latus was my manager. I wanted to know more. I should have been told. Both Maki and I were beside ourselves with concern.
I mean to apologize, but please understand. Keeping you in the dark was painful for me as it was for you.
Yes, I understand. Think, what doesn't ring true about her testimony?
It's hard to imagine Lamiwar is lying.
She might not be lying, but she's hiding something. Alright, it probably is the first statement then. But you must have seen something. Mr. Latus named you. Mr. Latus? How can I tell you what I don't know? Laminar! He said you were a witness with his dying words. I do not know what he meant to say, but that night I was invited to sing on stage. It was a great concert. You heard me sing? Thank you. I was hoping to get an autograph later, actually. I love it when his hair springs up when he does. Of course. Mr. Justice, this is a cross-examination. If anyone deserves an autograph here, it's me. One of my gavel would be nice.
And Judge!
Oh, what's this? He throws it at him.
Johnny caging it. It's my autograph. Now keep this trial moving.
What? Oh, my grandchild would be so happy.
Let us compute you, shall we? If you would, Nabiwa.
So you did
That is
after
what we taught us yesterday.
backstage on the second step. Should I do the brooch?
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't. Yeah,
I'm sorry, Lamirar, but I'm having trouble believing you. You remember this brooch? That brooch, did you not?
why that Lemmy was. She was wearing it for her song.
You care to add that to that testimony, Prosecutor Gavin?
What?
This brooch was found after the murder took place, at the very scene of the crime.
What?
What? Lamirar, how did your brooch get backstage if you did not go there yourself? And as Prosecutor Gavin has just told us, you had been wearing it during your performance that night. I love that one. What is the meaning of this, Lamirar? Please explain. Lamirar. Lamirar?
She says English is quite difficult.
That trick's not going to work here. Ready ice, ready ice.
Your forehead may be large, but you are a lawyer truly. But it is the one important fact.
Hey, why couldn't we bring Clavier with us to the detention center? What now? Ready, 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 ready.
That at the time of the incident, I went backstage, but only for a moment.
What?
Think back at the moment of the crime. You know whereof I speak.
Is she really saying all of that?
What is she talking about, Apollo?
Right, Wizzy. Incident occurred. Ah! Is she talking about that? The crim scene? Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup. Right, understood. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right? Mr. Latouche, can you hear me? Oh, damn, already? Okay, take a shot, everyone.
Oh, so cold. Witness.
I feel like you should go faster and faster every time we keep cutting to this. You're cold. Don't worry. You're going to be fine. Help us all the way.
The witness is C-Red.
Seaman? I mean, siren? How can a siren witness anything? Ah! Emma! What was that? Who's there? What's wrong? Emma, did you see anyone just now? Huh? No. I could have sworn I heard the door close. I looked into the room. Just a glance, mind you.
So this is where your brooch across.
Brooch!
That explains that.
It does. There is no other time I could have dropped it. Bruh, it was way farther from the door. That's ridiculous! You only looked for an instant, but you dropped your brooch!
In forehead. She raised the possibility. The only thing that could count for that is evidence.
Alright, so she looked in at the crime scene. Actually, I intended to go into the dressing room. I knew nothing of what had happened, of course. But the moment I opened the door, I heard a horrible voice.
In forehead shouting, "Who's dead?" Not no doubt. A audible voice indeed.
Ugh.
Outside the bedroom.
Hey, let's go. Alright, I closed the door immediately. Alright, that explains the brooch. Let's return to your testimony. That's too convenient. She's hiding something. Lamirar, you did look into the room, though, right? Yes. Testify as to what you saw! Very well, though it was only the briefest of glimpses. Aha! Sus shit! I'm gonna press first. What did you see in that brief glimpse? I had only opened the door slightly when I heard that horrible voice. And shut the door.
I've always wondered, Ed Forehead. Does the voice of yours lack a volume knob?
It's my cords of steel, man. Just back off. Oh, huh.
I think it was.
Okay, but I could press this? I'm perceiving this. When my I went to the backstage, but only for a moment. Alright, time to check real quick. And it's not gonna penalize me if I fuck up, right?
No,
Okay. I can't...
it's her mouth.
It is her mouth, okay.
Either that or she's fiddling with her ring.
Oops, hold on, I need to look at her for a second. I can't see her...
Oh, it's her mouth.
Yeah, it is her mouth, okay.
Basically, the veil kind of,
Covers it up. But when my performance was finished, Is it like... I'm confused. Is her mouth...
Here's a hint on which...
Is her eye...
Here's a hint on the... here's a hint. Basically, look for when the body language is different and perceive that.
Ah, gotcha. Alright, gotcha.
Because it's very subtle,
Right.
and they just basically zoom in and enhance for you to see.
Okay. Was led to the police That was what I read about It was led by the police. That I believe. I saw nothing. The late Oops. Again, I can't see her hands, except... I'm sorry, what? Huh? Oh. That's not what I was pointing at, but okay. The late Mr.
Like I
Lactuse's
said,
body,
body
you say? Yes. You know something more about Mr. Lactuse's death than you are saying. What? I could see you're trying not to remember, but I thought it was because her mouth wasn't moving, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was not looking at her neck anyway, but the effort made you swallow. You can't fool my eyes. It is true, it was so terrible after all. Why did Mr. Latouche have to be shot? One moment, Lamirar. Yes. What was that you just said? Why did Mr. Latouche have to be shot? Yes. She was hiding something. I knew it! Lamirar, I'm afraid you have realized it, but your words just now contradict your testimony. Eh? How could that be? Take this! Lamirar contradicted her own testimony! Oh, right, it's the wall, right?
Yeah.
If I do not misunderstand the meaning of contradiction, it is you who contradict, Mr. Justice. Your evidence is meaningless. What? What? Why? Wait, it's not the floor plan? It's the wall, isn't it?
Let's see.
If it's not the diagram, is it the...
Investigation request.
Why? To ensure the efficacy and secrecy of our investigation, the bearer is hereby ordered to speak no one... Oh, I did not read that clearly. Tell me, Lamirar, how did you know he had been shot? Well, immediately following the incident, a gag order was placed on the scene. This is the document proving that. In your testimony, you told the court, no one told me anything about the incident. Furthermore, you testified that you had seen nothing. Nothing! Yet you knew that Mr. Latouche had been shot! How could you have known? The gunshots on the wall? Ah! The wall could have also done it as well, because she couldn't see it. Let me roar. Oh, fuck. You aren't hiding something in this court, I hope. That sweet song of hers was sounding a little too sweet. Now I remember. Please allow me to add to my testimony. Oh, I'm sorry.
Of course. All I want to know is the truth.
You'll never get the truth today.
She looks kind of pale, huh?
She saw something, I know it. Even the victim said so. Oh, and we're just gonna add I saw a bullet hole. Yeah, duh, that's... Duh. Only a glimpse, yet you knew there were bullet holes. Yes, I recognized them immediately. I've seen bullet holes before, you know.
You've traveled all around the world to see them. You must have some in places far more dangerous than our country.
I go wherever my voice is needed. Those places are many these days.
That's really cool. I hope I get to travel like Lemmy Roar someday. I planned on recording my next album overseas. Yeah, studios have a different sound unit.
Maybe I should go on the Courts of Steel tour too. That's not important right now. The police said the dressing room, and I was told to wait. I saw bullet holes in the wall, and knew Mr. Latouche had been shot.
Just keep in mind, if she was only there for a moment,
she would not be able to see bullets. She would not be able to see the bullets in the... Lemiwar, they call you the siren of the ballad. But lies are hardly becoming of such a creature. A put down worthy of a prosecutor, Mr. Justice. You shut the fuck up.
He's equivalent of, oh! Let's put that are hardly becoming of you.
Apollo's trait in theme is having like the worst comebacks ever.
Stop polishing your forehead and start polishing me, yeah?
I mean, your character. Ah, come on, can't I be cool for once? You can't be cool, you are dumb. Observe the diagram. Lamirar, you looked in from the door for just a moment, correct? Yes, that is so. There were bullet holes in the room, yes? But they were in the wall. The door is on. Eh? You see? Assuming you merely glanced into the room, you couldn't have seen those bullet holes. No, I'm saying she couldn't have seen if there were bullets in the... Okay. Lamirar? I guess. I'm afraid the defense has raised a good point. It appears you have been holding back something. And I must tell you what it is that I saw. Yes. The happenings in this trial are being recorded, and I'm certain it will be in the news in Virginia. You understand your reputation is at stake. It falls to you to avoid tarnishing it.
Personally speaking, I still believe that cross-examiner will yield us absolutely nothing.
Clavey, have you been seeing what's been happening? But she knew how Mr. Latouche died, and he named her as a witness! You must have seen something! Alright, very well. Lamirar, please continue your testimony. Very well, I shall. Is this new testimony? Okay.
Yes.
What I saw, part 2. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was... Oh, okay, alright, first contradiction. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it. But it wasn't Machi. It was a grown person. I know it was.
I wonder what he's talking about.
So you did witness the crime, and the killer was a grown person, you say?
This is my first time hearing this, I assure you. Let's play, Forehead.
Thank you? Very well, Mr. Justice, you may begin cross-examination.
Great going, Apollo! You were right about Lamirar! What's wrong? You don't seem happy!
This whole thing smells fishy. That's what's wrong. Eh? That I believe. This, I don't. What exactly is something like a little window? Yes, well, window is the best word I know in English. I think this is how it is said, yes?
You need that worry, Lamula. Your word choice is impeccable. There is a small window.
Oh, wait, it wasn't open. She can still see through it. Never mind. Okay, I'm stupid.
Perhaps the defense remembers this detail.
A little window on the wall. It can't be opened. It's a window. I thought it was like something else. Like a dumbwaiter or something. but it is a window. You could
me
see
give
through
you-
it without opening it. You can
A
all.
little hint for later on the line.
But-
There's another thing you could technically call a window.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I saw the crime from there. Okay, I'm an idiot.
That's
I
the
thought
only
she
thing
opened the
they-
window and I was like, huh? Wait a second. It wasn't Maki. It was a grown person. I know it was. A grown person? That's a little vague. I am sorry. My skills with your language is lacking, I know. Certainly, you could at least see whether the shooter was male or female. It was a man, a young man. And you're sure of that? Yes, his voice was quite clear. Voice. Looking at this diagram, it seems the dressing room was quite cluttered. It does seem likely that you wouldn't have had a clear view of the shooter. As a singer, I rely more on my ears than my eyes. I'm blind. Anyway, when I hear a voice, I do not forget it. And that voice was the voice of a man.
So you heard a voice. But wait,
There's more.
couldn't that have been the victim, Letus?
Absolutely not. Did I not just say that I do not forget the voice? If it was Mr. Latus who spoke, I would have known. Indeed. So, you were at the window and you heard the shooter's voice, the voice of a young man.
Apollo, this is a good testimony. That proves it wasn't lucky.
Indeed. If this turns out to be true, it would cast this case in a considerably different light. What is the defense's opinion on this testimony?
Kinda sus.
Is it sus?
Wait, and there's no specifics.
Is it sus? Yeah, you could still see it from the. I'm assuming the window is like right near the where the black bar is the window, the mirrors.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you'd only be able to see where the body is to extent. You wouldn't really be able to see the window that well.
Right, but she said she hurt someone. That wasn't Latus.
Yeah, but she refuses to say what exactly was said.
So it is contradictory.
A bit.
A bit.
Yeah.
Though it pains me to say this, there's something about Lamarar's testimony that rings false.
Bravo, Ed Forehead. You're cooler than I.
I'm sure you remember what the problem is as well as I do, Gavin. As what has been established, no grown man could pass through that air vent. He couldn't have fled the scene of the crime.
But that means Lamarr is lying.
I know, and I know it's bad for our case, but I can't shut my eyes to this. I swear to God, if the guy, whoever this was, hid in a guitar case, I'm going to throw up violently. Believe me, the idea was tempting.
It is as Ed Forehead says. Yet, this is not the only contradiction of the testimony.
What? What next? What's he talking about?
Lamarr, I understand why you would want to put it to test Maki. Yet remember, you are the siren of the planet. And lies do not become such a creature.
What does the prosecution mean? Hey, wait a second, isn't that what Apollo Justice just said?
Apollo, what's he talking about?
This man stole my line! How come no one bats an eye when he says stuff like that? You know what's really interesting? When I was thinking about what would Apollo Justice's voice be, I immediately thought of Vash from Trigun.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or like a
Well, it's called
Hajime
the
Hinata, like, you know. I mean, it both works, kind of.
He gets a proper established voice in this 3D games.
Right, and also, isn't he in the anime as well?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's only the original trilogy.
Right, alright.
I recall the state of the crime scene well.
The state of the room, you mean?
Yes, and when the murder took place, the door was closed.
Oh, shit!
I find it hard you could hear a voice. through.
Like, vaguely, you could hear it. What? But I'm sure.
Let me. I have nothing but the highest regard for your musical sense. But my opinion of you as a witness is somewhat less than.
Objection! But she's the only eyewitness we have. Shut up!
So you say. And the victim named her the siren as a witness.
I'm trying to think of, like, who else he would... Siren. Literally could be any of the singers. That's right! That's what Mr. Latouche...
We've heard your claim and even entertained the possibility, and it brought us to this. Judge?
Yes?
The prosecution requests the witness be excused. Please.
I'm afraid I must honor the prosecution's request. There is indeed a question of the witness's credibility. But if Lemmermore can't testify...
Then we don't have a chance to prove that sexy Blackie is innocent.
Alright, this cross-examination is over. Prosecutor Gavin, you may continue making your case.
Danke. Now, where were we?
Danke sehr.
Yes, I would like to hear from Fraulein Detective.
Objection! Shut up! Wait! Let me hear Lemmermore's testimony one last time. The cross-examination is already over until such a time as needed arises. This witness may leave the stand. I'm sorry I could not be of more assistance. Alright, get out.
At last, to the real power. Ready, Ada, for that?
I hope I didn't just miss my only chance.
Fraulein Detective, how far have we gotten up to until we were rudely interrupted?
Don't ask me.
I dislike saying the same thing twice. And I never repeat a song for an encore.
If you would, Miss Sky. I believe I was saying that the only way Mr. Latouche's killer could have escaped was through the air vent on the ceiling. Ah, yes, there was only one door in the room. And a witness, you, was standing in front of it. That air vent isn't very big, see? Kind of limits the people who could possibly get through. I certainly would have had a difficult time. You sure would. Not that I would have been there in the first place, though. Remember, the whole backstage area was off limits to people not involved with the concert. The only one who meets the conditions for our killer is the defendant.
A virtuoso of performance. I couldn't have put it better myself.
I really wish we got to see the... I really want to see the colored version because... Oh my god, I'm trying to remember where everything was. Step ladder.
Oh, I can give you...
No, it's fine. I think I got this for now. I don't think I need to see right now. She does state a clear case, though
Okay.
reading the report, something caught my eye.
Oh, what's that?
The circumstances of the defendant's arrest. Circumstances? Again?
Hey, that's right, Apollo! Remember when we found Machi in that Dragon Ball Z pose? That was bizarre!
JoJo Bizarre. She's right! Again, that outfit Maki is wearing, absolutely ballin'. Why did Mr. Latouche's body disappear from the room? Again, I still believe he was still alive and ended up on top of that stage tower. Holding a guitar, no less. What? The fuck?
He wanted to be a good rock.
He wanted to be a cool rock star. And we all just want to be big rock stars.
A perceptive observation, Adam Judge.
Thank you. It was kind of an accident, really. I'm old, but you work in this job long enough. You get a nose for things.
The judge seems pleased with himself. I hope he's wearing pants out there. Very good, Fraulein Detective. Perhaps you could tie it all together for us. Why was the body moved? And how does that lead us to the killer?
To the killer. I believe Maki stole the body because of some lyrics. How did you know about this? And also, it is a baby. He moved the body to match Lamirar's song. No one in this country had a motive to kill the victim. And Maki practically left his signature at the scene. All of this evidence clearly points to the defendant. No, it doesn't.
How does a 14-year-old carry a
A
35-year-old
big old
man
man. How does...
to the stage?
Up together to the sky. Okay, that one makes sense, I guess. And guitar. This is some weird cult thing or something. Let me hear a song.
Yes, the guitar 7 lead. You noticed it's code 2, did you know?
It's code.
All events of today follow the lyrics of our song.
Alright! First oh, okay. I thought it was the song, okay.
It's still being sung, though.
It's not the cutscene, though, so it doesn't count. I still need a drink, though.
First, the keys to my heart, held on so tightly, were stolen.
Oh, then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames on stage. Mr. Latus's life was taken by a bullet. Again, song of vibe, though.
The heart, the needs explanation. Guitar to guitar, up together to the sky.
That's bad! How the fuck does a 14-year-old? It's like a story out of some fairy tale. What the frick? I admit I'd forgotten about the song. But there it is now waiting for me. The grand finale, as it were. See, I figured out why Apollo Justice is not doing well in this case is because he hasn't said "Here Comes Justice" in his head.
Or send it to the detective or the prosecutor.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know, I was the one who first noticed that.
I've heard jumping rope to songs and counting to songs, but killing? Have you ever heard of Helter Skelter?
There's a wild world out there, Ed Judge.
Alright, very well. We've heard one song and dance. Let's get to the cross-examination. Not sure I'm going to be doing much singing. Please listen to Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney the Musical by Random Encounters. It's so good. Who would steal a body just to match some lyrics? I don't believe it myself, but it can't just be a coincidence.
It's Fraulein Detective said. Let us begin with the first verse, if you could, Fraulein Detective.
What? You want me to sing it?
You are the witness, yeah? Or do you want me to sing it? I warn you, my fee as a vocalist is not trivial.
Fine, fine. Alright, let's look at the part of the lyrics, shall we? When you stole away the keys, my heart held on so tight.
Indeed, my favorite heart-shaped keyring was stolen this morning.
Next we get to the right page of the lyric sheet. Whoa, whoa! Burning in my heart, fire, burn my love away, all away. As we know, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames.
He's like, ha, ha, I know I'm hot, but I don't think I should be hot.
He's so hot he literally burst his guitar into flames. Like a bullet of love, fire, take my life away, all away. Bang! Mr. Latus's life was taken by a bullet.
Bravo, Fraulein Detective. You see, it's not bad. Now for the finale.
Ooh, this is part of the song I didn't hear. Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky.
And as in the lyrics, Mr.
Latus.
was found with the guitar high in the sky over the stage.
I'm trying to figure out what the, I'm sorry for sidetracking, but I'm trying to figure out what the name pun between all these characters is Lamirar. If Borginia is supposed to be backwards, Raralam, Ramel, Latus.
Well-
I immediately went to obtuse.
Romaine lettuce.
Wait, what?
Romaine lettuce.
Romaine.
Romaine lettuce.
Okay,
His name is Romaine lettuce. Lettuce.
I did not know Latus was lettuce.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, romaine is lettuce. What is Latus also lettuce?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Romaine
so these
lettuce.
so all of them are named after food. So machi, or like matcha, I assume. Lamb, are all based on meat. Don't know what to buy it.
And then you got a Darien.
Darian, I think he's just there. Anyway,
It's a
I mean he's a
fruit. No,
his
a fruit. Darien is a fruit.
durian is
There's a fruit called a Darien. Mhm.
Darian spelled like
That's
that,
the
or is it
name pun.
durian? Durian like the green spiky one.
Durian.
Darian. Okay,
Yep.
now I have to look this up. Darian.
Durian is spelled with a U,
No, it is.
but it sounds like durian.
Okay, I have to look this up now on the wiki. Hopefully this is not spoilers. La 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 la. Name.
Want
Pun.
me to look it?
Yes please, actually.
Okay, I'll get into a Google search.
Alright, let me
bar.
look up.
Just a sec.
I'll voice Clavy for the. I was found with the guitar high in the sky over the stage. I'll do the rest of the case while you look it up. No series of coincidences could have
Well, see,
been.
could have been delicacy.
He's right, scientifically speaking. Woodwalk here said
Oh.
that concert was whack. Why am I thinking about this guy? Maybe because he was my favorite character to voice.
It's hard to argue when he pours our heart into it like that. Oh, and I found the meaning.
Okay,
Prince or monarch?
Lamirar or
Darien.
Darian? Darian, just the name itself. Okay, but
But that's the proper name.
I'm thinking.
I'll look
But what
up-
about these these three then? Anyway, the
let's
shooter.
see.
I'll get back to the scene. Does the prosecution have any idea why he'd do this at all? You want my scientific opinion? No clue. But he clearly had a reason to go through all that trouble. Some deep reason. A deep reason? Again, I'll voice Clavy. Not only did he steal my keys, he torched my guitar. Unforgivable acts even if he had a reason, and worse, if he had none. He was on stage with you, dude. The diva's complaints aside, I can't imagine someone doing this just a whim. Doing this as just a whim. Frontline detective, I think. Oh, fuck. Indeed, it does seem too well rehearsed, shall we say? Yes, this crime was planned for sure.
Oh, I could tell you what his last name is a reference to, but that would be spoilers.
Alright then, zip it. Maki or Latus?
Oh, Darien.
Oh, Darian. Oh. I thought I wanted to
Yeah.
figure out what Latus, Lamirar, and Maki's name puns were.
Oh, I can tell you Latus is a reference to Romaine lettuce.
Romaine lettuce, because
Off the
his
top of my
first
head.
name's Romaine. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Because the moment I look up Lamirar name pun, it took me to like game game
Mhm.
website, like a fucking Reddit or whatever. What is it? I'm getting tired. And it said spoilers right next to her name, and I was like, all right, yeah, I can't look at that. I'll keep going. But Mr. Latou spoke English. He may have come to this country before. I looked into that, I assure you. Oh. It was his first time in the country, it seems. Apparently, he learned English on his own. Great. You see? No.
You see,
Oh.
no one here has a motive to kill him, and not in such a elaborate fashion.
It does seem difficult to imagine. Unless our famous prosecutor did it as a publicity stunt.
What did you say?
Prosecutor Gavin, you did this to promote your song? Yes, it was him. Get him, officer.
Of course not. I am quite dismayed by the ludicrous nature of her claim. Why would I need a promotion? Everybody already listens to my music. They're even in my school textbook.
And I've never heard of them. What does that say about me? I am old. I was just kidding. Don't get all worked up, Glimmer Boy. Monkey practically left his signature on the scene. What do you mean besides the fingerprints? What do you mean by a signature? The bullet holes in the wall, of course. The bullet holes? No. And not the fingerprints? The revolver was fired twice. One shot missed and left a hole in the wall. And that means what exactly? My dressing room isn't exactly spacious. Yeah?
Okay, I got the name puns proper now.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Let me warn, is a critical spoiler.
Okay, yeah.
But not for this case.
Again, zip it though.
Machi is a roll of paper.
Oh, wait, machi paper. I'm thinking about. Is it the Japanese
Machi
paper
tobai-
that's for making for letters and stuff for
Mm-hmm.
Is that machi paper?
I'm guessing. And for Christian,
Also spoilers.
they have to change some. Not really. Well, his Japanese last name is a spoiler
Okay.
and a hint to the game.
All right.
But the English name is just a reference to crescendo, with Arian being I believe, a Polish take to the word darling.
Right. Okay. What about Tobaye? Tobaye.
Let's see. I couldn't get anything on Tobaye.
Okay.
Just a Japanese name.
Okay. They can't have been more than 5 feet apart. Wait, hold on. Picture the shooter facing off with the victim in there. They can't have been more than 5 feet apart. It would be difficult, almost impossible to miss at that range. Difficult to miss, you say? Very. Assuming the shooter could properly aim. No, you can't be serious.
Maki! He can't see! That's why he missed!
It's the only explanation that makes sense. It's a blind kid who's 14. He is a little baby. He has sound and other senses to fire the gun. Poorly. You have chosen poorly.
That reminds me. The monitor in the room was staring at Tanya. Hardly idea the conditions for tracking by sound.
A blind shooter. No wonder he missed. I knew those bullet holes could come back to haunt me. Think, Justice, think.
Raise an objection.
Sure, there were bullet holes left in the wall, but that doesn't prove the shooter couldn't see.
Or how so?
Well, there could have been a struggle with the victim. It's certainly possible. And it might have been the revolver's fault. The revolver? The revolver was a very large caliber, correct? If the shooter wasn't used to firing such a large weapon, why, it could dislocate their shoulder. You said it wouldn't come back! Exactly.
No,
He is, as you could say, baby. The defendant, Machi Tobaye, is, as you could see, a little baby. It's not so hard to picture him firing the gun and missing entirely. The kickback alone would throw off his aim. Oh.
that's what I meant. Like, you would have to basically dislocate the. He would have to be seen to the hospital. Even with the kickback, he would have been injured.
Yeah, a convincing
You know what?
argument to be sure. Ha, take that, smoke. Oh, look at his little schmuck face.
Apollo?
What?
That bit about Maki being tiny? And the gun throwing off his aim? Aren't you kind of, admitting that he did it?
Oh, fuck.
It doesn't matter why he missed. What matters is that the shooter was without a doubt the defendant. Even the defense seems to agree on this point.
Fuck! Cripes. I really put my foot in it this time.
But let's get the facts on the matter on record. If you would, Fräulein Detective.
Alright, very well. The witness will add this to her testimony. Right. From the state of the crime scene, I conclude the How can you be so sure? You can't say he was blind just because of those bullet holes in the wall. I think I've proven that. I wouldn't call it proof per se. Huh?
You've merely raised the possibility. Fräulein Detective has made a logical conjecture based on the evidence. Of course, there is more evidence than just a bullet holes. The defendant was the only one who can have escaped through the air vent.
Objection! Shut up! But wait! If he was blind, how would he know about the air vent in the first place?
Ah, a very good point. Well, Fräulein Detective, would you like to...
Did no one give this kid a cane? He certainly seems sure of himself. Recall the crime scene if you would. There was a stepladder below the air vent. As it happens, maintenance was scheduled for that day. Custodial staff went around checking all their air vents. I don't believe it. Everyone backstage was told about the maintenance, including Machi Tobaye. He would have known that there would be a way out at the top of the stepladder. But why is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
You're gonna figure it out yourself. You've only needed to consider what that stepladder was doing there.
Looks like
But
the defense.
here's
What?
Here's a question for you. You've seen the flashback enough times to see what Romaine Lettuce did. How could a blind person wipe away something written? The crime scene photo.
Right. No, but didn't Romaine Lettuce? I love how we're calling him that. Romaine Lettuce wipe this himself? He wiped this.
Mm-hmm. So how can a blind person know about it and wipe away the hint?
I'm confusion.
Well, and go ahead. Out of emulation, perhaps.
Probably. It's like 11:30 now. I've never seen Prosecutor Gavin so aggressive. I mean, maybe he's caught the scent of blood.
Exactly. If we're going by the premise of Maki is blind, he would not be able to. The name written in blood wouldn't have been wiped out because he wouldn't be able to see it.
Wait, are we saying Maki wrote the name?
No, Lettuce wrote the name,
Right.
but Maki should not be able to see it. Yet, why is it wiped out?
I don't know if that's what we're talking about. I thought we were talking about the vents.
They're trying to prove that he's too blind to be able to do anything about it. If he could see, we need something to prove that the killer could see. That's what I'm getting at.
Oh, okay. You were a bit ahead of me, so proving the shooter was sighted would do it. That would take down one of their central points. Do I have any evidence that can prove that, though? I now do. Fine, I accept the prosecution's challenge.
Hi, I know you would, Airforehead.
What exactly am I
Now,
up against here? The prosecution is saying the shooter missed because they couldn't see. Therefore, Maki, who's blind, did it. Defense will please present their evidence. Evidence that overturns prosecution's claim that the shooter could not see. So the photo?
Yes.
This is the evidence! A photograph of the crime scene? I don't care much for the smirk on Prosecutor Gavin's face, even though it's so goddamn cute. But this is no time to think twice. Time to press on. Yes, Your Honor, the crime scene. There is something in here that decisively contradicts the prosecution's point.
Then perhaps you best show us with something. Get your finger out of the breeze and put it in use, yeah? Put it in me!
I mean, what? Very well, show us, what you're talking about, Mr. Justice. Contradiction. This is such... I would not be able to get this by myself. The contradiction is right here. The smeared bloodstains? I thought it was just my blurry vision, but it really was blurry. The way the victim's hand was raised above his head, much like a gesture I have seen many times in this court. It's almost as if he wrote something.
Aha! I get it! At least I think I get it!
Me too, buddy.
Get what, Starlight? When Mr. Latus was shot, he tried to write something. And what was he write but the shooter's name? And what would he write in what, his own blood? Pretty good, huh?
Thanks for making my point for me. Yes, in fact, that's what I think happened here. Oh, that does seem to be a distinct possibility. The victim wrote the killer's name. It's certainly a logical conclusion.
God, I wish it wasn't all rubbed out like that.
Of course, it's rubbed out. Why, if I were a killer, I certainly wouldn't want to leave my name behind.
Neither would I.
Oh,
And it
fuck!
just dawned on me.
No one has anything else to say? About what? So the prosecution accepts this? You agree this is what the victim... What? I'm sorry, you agree this was the victim making an attempt to record the name of the killer? And that the killer tried to rub the name out? What's your point? What's my point? Let me ask you this. How did the killer know the victim was writing their name? Well, Mr. Latus was writing something in blood. Once the killer saw... Oh, fuck. What he saw? What it was? But what did you just testify about the shooter? I said they were blind. Fuck! Yet the crime scene itself contradicts that. The killer had to have been able to see. Why would they rub out the name in blood otherwise? I honestly thought he rubbed it out himself. That was my thought process. May I remind the court that the defendant, Maki Tobaye, is blind? He couldn't have been the shooter. Impossible! Impossible! Alright, order in the courtroom. We're all insensitive assholes. Prosecutor Gavin, please explain to me what all this means. I've been looking at this photo. It seems quite clear that the shooter could see. Yet up until now... Whew.
It seems I owe the court an apology.
What? What the fuck?
The Gavineers are a band with law enforcement ties, yet a murder occurred. During our concert, apparently, this caused some confusion over jurisdiction. As a result, some reports were not filed in entirely timely manner.
I'm not sure I like the vibe I'm getting here. Actually, a bitch at church just comes out of the doorway. The autopsy report is outdated.
Hey, oh, look at him. Why is Prosecutor Gavin all relaxed and smiling at that? Like he knows something we don't. And he's about to tell us about your secret date.
What?
I got an idea. Let's rock! With these documents, but before that,
Let's kiss.
I have a question for a Fräulein detective, if I may.
What?
Tell me, why do you think Maki Baye is blind?
Huh? What? What did he say? What are you saying? Of course he's blind.
Of course.
Oh, this is the stupid shit. He's a blind pianist, right? So he's... Doesn't Lemonor lead him around by the hand all the time? No way.
I have a report here on the defendant Maki Tobaye. According to this, Maki Tobaye can see perfectly well.
What?
His blindness was merely a publicity ploy by those clever Borginis. He can see quite well.
Objection! But you said.
Did I say exactly? Aside from you, me, Nathan.
Ooh, maybe?
And forehead. And forehead. Not once in the court of this trial have I ever claimed the defendant was dying. The only one who did was Fraulein Detective.
But that's...
A significant fact, yes. Consider Maki Tobaye see.
I love how you're going very in character with just doing his moves.
That was befitting.
Mhm.
And he was the only one who could have fled through the elven.
I do like to make the poses of some characters to get into character.
I see no problems with it.
But what about the bullet holes in the wall? He's a baby?
Yes, the bullet. I believe Eric's forehead neatly explained those for us. He didn't miss because he couldn't see. If the kickback from the 45 caliber revolver, a simple accident in other words. How's that?
10 out of 10.
And how? I'm afraid your objection just blown off the blue sky. And I'm not gonna even bother. This is where the real fun begins. And forehead?
God, I'm tired.
Okay.
Well, this has been a fucking turn. Can I see that paper?
I knew you didn't have what it looked.
You jerk! Just what was I in for here? Comic relief?
Yeah! Apologize to Apollo! Oh, sorry. That's no way to apologize.
He's angered the Trucy now. Look out. If we could please end the big ring now. Whatever, I'm not leaving. I can't leave like this. I'll come up with some clues to solving this case if it kills me. Your testimony has already given us enough to convict the defendant. Don't say that. Aha, what? This bloodstain. The criminal tried to wipe it off, right? It seems to be what happened, yeah. You might be able to find out what was really written here. Really? You could do that? That's right. With this handy dandy disinfectant. It's called luminol. Maybe you know it. It's a chemical that reacts to blood.
Yes. We have done those tests.
As if I'm going to tell you. Though these two are fucking.
I think all three of them are fucking.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're doing. It's an actual love triangle.
Yep. The bloodstains covered a section of the carpet. In order to perform tests, the section was removed and omitted. Perhaps we could request it here in court now.
Finally? Right, go for it, Apollo. I have to do the test. You just have to spray the luminol on it. Simple. Chemical that reacts to blood. I've heard of this somewhere. I think Herlock Sholmes made it. Yes, I believe an analysis is called for. Have at it. Time to spritz. Right, ready?
It really does.
It's easy as pie. Press A and spray it in the area. Give it a try. The eyes of the entire court are focused on me.
Apollo! Your hands are shaking! Please put it above the desk!
Oh shit, it's numbers! Are those numbers?
Yes.
Zoom and enhance! It really works.
This must be the power of science!
It says IP XX314206. Is that the killer's name? Maybe it is, if the killer was a robot.
Aha! I have it.
There's no robots in this game yet. Not until the next one. What is it?
I thought those letters IPXX looked familiar. That is an Interpol ID number.
Interpol? You mean the International Police Agency?
Yes, most are undercover agents working to solve international crimes. But why would he write that number?
Why would Mr. Latus even know a number like that?
But show, Fräulein Detective. Look on!
What?
Your Honor, we can verify this number immediately. Alien, are you there? Come up to the stand.
I thought he was calling him just like on his phone, just like, hello, Darian.
Darian, you hear what we need? Go check the Interpol ID number. Sure thing. Give me 30 minutes. No, 20. Give me 27.
Neil. Alright. I'm not sure what to think of all of this. Me neither, Judge. Prosecution's case is airtight, or so it seems. Yet, if this number is really that of an Interpol agent... Oh, wait, I know. What if Maki Tabai is really an undercover Interpol agent?
That would be a possibility.
Wait, what? A possibility, yes. One that would mark him as the killer for certain. What is his age? Like, is he like... Is he not actually 14? Is this like a Riverdale kind of thing situation where he looks like a teenager?
No, the only thing unique is the amount of lies he has and, well, Trucy simping for him.
And the one that would mark him as the killer for certain. Why did Latus know the Interpol ID number? That's what I want to know. How did he know it?
Well, we have some time while we await Guardian's report. Let's go unravel another mystery, shall we? A curious mystery concerning Machi Tobaye.
What are you talking about?
Fraulein Detective, please accept my apologies. I received word that the defense could, in fact, see just before the trial began. It seemed too much of a bother to tell you.
You had me until that last bit.
Does this not raise another straightforward question?
Well, sure. Why did Machi pretend he couldn't say? Publicity, you just said.
It makes little sense.
Blind pianist. It's not as weird as deaf pianist, like Beethoven.
What do you think, Airforehead, of these nuts?
Wait, what?
Machi pretended he was blind. Why?
How could he know?
Wait, Prosecutor Gavin knows why, doesn't he?
He's known from the start of the trial. He's been leading us the whole time.
Something wrong? Do you think perhaps this is also kind of game? No, that the moment I heard that report, I knew why.
I suppose people who have sold over 1 million records really are something else. What does that have to do with anything?
There's a reason why Maki Tobaye pretended to be blind. It wasn't for his own sake, getting the picture now.
It wasn't for himself? Well, Mr. Justice, can you present evidence that shows us why the... What? Bitch, how do I know?
Ironic that they call Lamiwar the painter of sound.
Has to feign and blindness. That's a very fun way. Feign. Bitch, I don't know.
Just a question.
Show evidence?
What would be the best?
Do I have evidence? Maki
Yes.
has no reason to pretend he couldn't see. No, which means no, he couldn't be.
But show, Airforehead. It seems you thought of something.
Why can't I figure things out on my own? Bitch, me too. I hate having to take my cues from this guy. He's so cute. Very well, look at this. This is why he was pretending he couldn't see. A gun! No, wasn't the gun.
What's so special about Lamiwar? What's your title?
Siren of the Sightseeing Musique. That's a fun name.
Now,
Lemuror might not be her
interesting
name.
thing.
She barely speaks English. She sort of speaks English.
What- What else could she be lying about? If she's lying about something.
Her name. Okay, so her name. She can be lying about a
name
whole
is-
lot of things.
Let me put it this way. There was another reason why Javier was doubting her testimonies.
I'm gonna have. Bro, I'm gonna have to get. Please tell me. I don't know.
Just send the postcard.
It's in the fucking. No, it ain't. What?
Sightseeing music.
Oh my god.
Lemuror is blind.
That is Lemuror. Lemuror and Maki Tabai. Maki is not in that photo. Recall the relationship, in particular their unique arrangement over the years before visiting our country. Lemuror and her pianist, this would always walk together. She's leading him by the hand. Even when they got on stage, she would lead him to the piano. She would walk all the way over there with him. That's right, because he was blind. Quote unquote. She led him at all times, never letting him go. All times. Yet, we have just learned something that makes their arrangement particular indeed. Maki could see. Why did they have to keep this act up the whole time? They just said publicity. Wasn't it part of their performance? I think there's a simpler explanation. Maki did not need to be led by the hand at all. All be mean one thing. Ah! Really? It's the other way around. The one who needed it to be led by the hand was Lemuror! What the fuck is going on? Me too, Judge. So you mean to say Lemuror is she's... Yes, Your Honor. Lemuror is blind. What? My brain can't handle this right now. Order.
To be fair, the logic is wacky.
I'm gonna be saying that a lot. I can't handle this right now. This is
Trust me, you're gonna be saying it a lot.
This is crazy. Prosecutor Gavin, what the fuck is going on?
Is it now?
Isn't there? Please, please shed some sanity on this madness. I'm just gonna take a quick screenshot. Thank you. The defense has made an outrageous claim.
The only thing outrageous I see about the defense is vast.
You can play tic-tac-toe on that bitch.
Yes, I see. It's not vast in vain this
I mean,
time.
I can't say anything. I got a big ass forehead too.
He's quite correct.
But that makes no sense. You're telling me. Wasn't she supposed to be the landscape painter in Sound or something?
Well, since we have her here,
Can we do the flashlight test if she is blind? Like they did in a Daredevil, where his pupils didn't dilate when the flashlight shined on his eyes?
why not ask Lemuror herself? And also, you could, but they never think of doing that.
Right, because this is Ace Attorney.
Yep. Apollo, what does this mean for our case?
We're fucked. Don't ask me. I have no idea she couldn't see. I hadn't even imagined it until now, and I just said out loud, Bailiff, bring in Lemuror. When is this case gonna be
Okay.
fucking over?
Lemuror, it pains me deeply to call you here before us again in this way. And yet I must.
Please, do not be concerned on my behalf. Those eyes. She really can't see? Really? It
It's
is
the last testimony if it helps.
okay, because I'm ready to end stream soon. How funny it is that a tiny lie born in Borginian countryside would one day grow to entangle the entire world. Okay, this is gonna sound so rude of me. Do blind people have the need to blink?
I don't know, to be honest. Maybe.
So
It's like-
so you are? Yes, as I mentioned before. I have no memory of the time before I became Lemuror. Know too that my memories began in darkness. The word light has no meaning for Lemuror. I see.
You might recall me saying something towards the beginning of this trial, Airborne.
What? I totally forgot what you just said. I was so busy getting lost in your eyes. Wait, what?
I believe I said it was unfortunate there was no direct weakness.
Ah,
Now, I must ask you to take the stand once more. While I stand on... Never mind. Would you testify to the court before your eyes?
no, it's about your eyes, isn't it? Of course. It was never my intent to deceive any of you. May I begin, Your Honor? Yes, of course. Though I admit I'm a little lost here. Same. I think we're all a bit lost here, Your Honor. Perfect screenshot.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That is the perfect screenshot. I'm sending that to my friend later. This is how I feel about a turnabout serenade.
The logic is wacky.
I have no memory of the light. I debuted in a world of darkness and sound. My producer came up with my PR line before he knew this. So silly as it may sound, I had to pretend I could see. Everyone on my staff knew, of course, but no others. So, Latus being quote-unquote his interpreter, besides that being like a friend, like, oh, she can only speak Aboriginian, like, you know, guides her around besides, Maki.
There's another reason why she's the, he's, working with Lamirar.
But this is a murder trial. I apologize, it was part of my contract, you see. I was to keep my blindness a secret no matter what. Music is everything for me. I never imagined something like this would.
He told us the truth in the beginning.
And she said she saw nothing. How did you know there were bullet holes, though? That's my... Your Honor, I rest my case. How did you know there were bullet holes? If you're blind. Well, very well. Does the defense have anything to add? I'd like to cross-examine.
But what's there left to ask?
There was one thing in her testimony that bothered me.
Perhaps it would be best to let you get it out of your system. Someday you'll come to understand the importance of thinking for yourself and these nuts.
Very well, the defense may proceed. However, be aware this court will not tolerate any questions deemed too stressful to the witness. Okay. There was only one part that bothered me. Just let me ask about that and I'll be happy.
He's not joking.
Yeah, it is specific. I have no memory of light. I debuted in the world of darkness and sound. My producer came up with my PR line before he knew this. So silly as it may sound, It's about the bullet holes, right? And how she knew about that? Why do you know...
No,
Why do you know that there were bullet holes? If you can't see.
Continue.
Everyone on my staff knew, of course, but no... Is it? Latus?
Oh, Latus knows.
Latus definitely knows. Yeah. Okay, never mind. My staff... Man.
The staff, but that's implying...
So, should I press her on this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, sorry. Alright. When you say your staff, do you include Mr. Latus? Of course. I hope the microphone did not pick that up. I'm so sorry, guys. He was my manager.
It's all good.
So he knew. And that's what's been bugging me. Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
I believe I know what is bothering our young defense attorney. You are thinking of when you discovered the body, yes?
Ah! Oh, right. He said he couldn't see. Yes, I was. Take a shot every time he says. He's alive! Mr. Latus, can you hear me? Again. Yeah, go faster. Every time this scene comes back up.
Cold! So cold! Witness!
Witness me! Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way.
Captain, see!
Hang in there, Mr. Latus. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witness is Seaman!
Seaman? Mr. Latus told me to ask the witness, and he named you. Huh? Why would he do that? Oh, it's not the can't see part? Because he knew you were blind! I don't know. Was it not the can't see part?
It is.
Okay.
What did I just say? You need to learn to think for yourself.
Meaning what?
There is no mystery here if you can't recall everything he said. Think of the last word more.
The witness, Seaman, Siren? You've heard them many times, along with a little play acting by our defense. Oh, fuck.
Remember something? Well, myself, but that statement is not what I referred to. I mean, what he said before that.
Before? What came before that? Ah!
That's right. He tried to tell you. When he said he can't see, he wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about the witness.
And then he shit his pants, because you know what dead bodies do after they die. I see.
About the witness did not. Well, El Forehead, try relaxing and look at that.
I heard someone say they really don't like his distressed, Apollo's distress face because of that weird mouth thing. I think it's funny. Order, order. I like the little horns falling down.
Remember Lemiwa's earlier testimony?
Oh, okay. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it. But she couldn't have heard those gunshots. I thought we proved that he's not deaf. She's not deaf, asshole.
This is not the most important point here.
Huh?
The moment he was shot, Mr. Latouche witnessed her through the window. Why else would he have not named her as the witness?
Also, if she is blind, that means her other senses are like way hyper enhanced, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So she would probably be able to hear someone through a window. But I really did hear them. 2 gunshots and the man's voice.
Unfortunately, such a thing was impossible. The window was closed. We all have already run a simulation, of course.
But it was so clear. If I heard that voice again, I would know it for an instant. Your Honor! What is it, bailiff? Can't you see we're in session here? We have the results back from the investigation. The investigation?
Ah, the Interpol number that Mr. Latouche left us.
Alright, let's hear it. We will continue this cross-examination afterwards. Detective Crescend, your report, please. It was him, Your Honor. Ah, fuck!
Funny you should say that.
Wait a second.
I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing. Quick, what as always, Daddy.
Was it actually 27 minutes, though? That's why. Well, tell us about the number. Is the defendant a secret agent? Secret agent, ma'am!
IPXX Pi 206. The agents registered on their number was Romaine Lettuce.
What? I'm sorry.
Our undercover info agent was Mr. Latouche himself. He was apparently in the middle of an operation.
So when he wrote those letters...
He was trying to tell you his own identity. And a cautious killer tried to wipe them away. Mr. Latouche was an undercover Interpol agent?
Secret agent, man!
Agent man. So him being Lemonwar's manager?
Was just a cover, most likely.
There's one other important detail I found. This? Well, out with it. Drop them. It concerns the 45 caliber revolver, the motor weapon. Apparently, it belonged to Romaine Lettuce.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He had an Interpol permit to carry firearms. And the registration number on the revolver matched. So the victim was killed with his own weapon, with sixth sense. Hard to imagine someone who was an Interpol agent with such a large revolver.
So the victim was an Interpol agent on an undercover op. I wonder how that ties into everything. Oh, this is gonna get weird.
It is. It's got to tie in somehow, you'd think.
Yeah, somehow. This is gonna be like the adventure of the unspeakable words, where it's gonna get weird. Where I
Pretty
forget
much.
to look at a freaking newspaper. Thank you for looking into that for us, Detective Crescent. That's a great help.
Oh, no problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out.
Hold it! Wait! Let me roar. Is something the matter? That voice just now.
Darian?
Mr. Darian, is it? It was him. I am sure of it. It was him?
You aren't saying.
Oh, yes, I am saying. That voice I heard talking to Mr. Latus when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darian. Oh, I don't see that often. I love that. What?
No way.
The courtroom fell into such a chaotic state, the trial had to be suspended temporarily. I've never seen that happen before. Of course, it's not every day that you get an accusation like that one. Lamirar, fingering, phrasing, Darian Crescent. Not only is he a guitarist, he's a detective. Could it really have been his voice Lamirar heard? Things were changing fast, and frankly, I wasn't sure I could keep up with it.
Hey, no whooping all, Apollo. Now where's your boyfriend? And girlfriend?
To be continued, fucking finally. This is going to be.
Yeah, I left a little something for you.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you made something for me, or what?
I left you something.
Left me something?
But, yeah, on Twitter, apparently, people have found an interesting glitch that I think you'll really like.
Oh, my boy, Ref. How do you do this? It's so it's Junpei.
Yep, and he's everywhere.
Hold on, desktop real quick. I'm just gonna turn that off real quick. Let me hear this for myself. Actually, I think I'm just gonna end stream and just watch this afterwards. But hold on right now. Hold on, I wanna hear you live. Let me just have this open for right now. And then, oh, how do I do this? It's okay. Okay, my sound isn't on, thank goodness. Alright, thank you guys, everyone, for this chaotic end. This has definitely been a time. And I hope you guys have a good night. I will be streaming tomorrow at noon again. Again, thank you for Razid and thank you for Zeds, who did have to leave early, for providing voices and helping me out, because honest to God, I would never be able to finish this game if I wasn't looking up like a guide every minute. I think the worst the worst time, like worst case I ever had to do was Cloud Kokoro for Great Ace Attorney 2 with the Sham Spear and Olive. That case got me so fucking stumped. I had to look at the guide and I was just like, what am I trying to imply here? But it's
sometimes
also
Ace Attorney logic isn't clear-cut.
Plus, it's also, like, the fact that I don't look at evidence as detailed as I thought it would. But, yeah. It's all in the fun of the bullshit that is the Ace Attorney system. Anyway, once again, thank you guys for a very chaotic stream that was cut off by multiple times. So, yeah, we'll see you guys